I haven't done a lot of videos lately, and because of that, the reason being is that I've been sick, and now I'm over it. And another reason, I've been caught up playing Asphalt 8 Airborne and Asphalt Extreme. They've basically been what I've been doing for the past couple of days, including Connectimals Unleashed. But my playthrough on Connectimals Unleashed will be put on hiatus for a while because I don't want to bore you guys. Now, let me go into what I am going to be ranting about now. Because, oh boy, this is really juicy for me. This is going to be a juicy rant for you guys because, oh man, I've got something special for you today. Okay, I had first heard about these movies when they came out almost a few years ago. This franchise started out in 2008. It is now 2017. This franchise started out many years ago, and this franchise basically piqued my interest again when I had seen FilmFan0599's rant on them, and every word he has said, every negative criticism he has said about this franchise is so satisfying to me. I have never been a fan of this franchise, and I will never even see it. I have only seen at least 2 clips of it. I'm going to repeat that. I have only seen 2 clips of it. Yes, folks, I am talking about the Twilight Saga franchise. I am going to go into detail why I will never see this franchise and why I think it's probably the worst franchise ever put to film. And I'm going to repeat myself again, just to make it clear. I will never see this franchise, no matter how many times I am tempted to watch it. I will never see this. And basically, all my criticisms on it will be judged on how much I despise this franchise with a passion, despite the fact I haven't even seen it. Okay, the Twilight Saga franchise. What can I say? What can I say about this franchise that you do not already know? Like I said, I heard about this franchise when it first started with the very first movie that started it all, Twilight, starring Robert Pattinson and Kristen Stewart. I have seen almost every one of the trailers for these movies, and I can honestly tell you that they suck. I don't have to watch the whole entire movies, the whole entire franchise to tell you how much these movies suck. Judging from the trailers, these movies are terrible. They're utterly, they're despising. They're despicable. I don't think I'd be able to watch these movies with a straight face. I'm dead serious. I do not think I would be able to watch these movies with a straight face. So, let's get into the characters, shall we? First, there's Bella Swan. She is a girl in the first story who moves to the town of Forks. Pretty stupid name for a town, if you ask me. And she meets this boy who is named Edward Cullen, and she finds out he's a vampire. Ooh. And they end up falling in love. And it has to be the worst romance I have ever... Okay. This franchise is the reason why I stick with Titanic. It is the main reason why I stick with The Fault in Our Stars. And the romance gets even worse as the franchise progresses. Basically, this is what happens. Bella wants to be with Edward, but he doesn't want her to be with him. And in New Moon, it doesn't get any better. She meets this guy named Jacob, who turns out to be a werewolf. And he's even worse than Edward. I'm not even kidding here. I'm serious. Edward acts like a whiny toddler that didn't get his way. To quote FilmFan0599, all the guy does is whine and complain because he did not get the most shallow girl on the face of the planet. And this love triangle, these characters have no chemistry with each other at all. Okay, I'm going off topic here, but let me tell you why I prefer Titanic over this lousy excuse of a franchise. Let me tell you. For one, the main protagonists actually have chemistry with each other. Jack Dawson and Rose DeWitt Bukater, they actually have chemistry with each other. Basically, he saves her from a marriage that she is being forced into, that she doesn't want to be in. And he basically understands her. That is why I consider Jack Dawson and Rose DeWitt Bukater my all-time favorite romantic couple. Augustus Waters and Hazel Grace Lancaster from The Fault in Our Stars, they are my second romantic couple. but Jack and Rose are my favorite ones. They are my favorite romantic couple. And basically, Edward and Bella make Jack and Rose look like Cinderella and Prince Charming. I am not even kidding here. The romance between these characters is so terrible. Bella is a whiny ditz. Edward is a wooden stick. And Jacob is a complaining toddler. That's all these characters are. I cannot believe how many people bought into this stupid romance. I will never understand it, and I have not even seen the movies. I will never see these movies. This romance is horrible. This is not even a romance, okay? It's barely even a romance. It's like, okay, I got some news for you. The reason Bella falls in love with Edward Cullen in the first place is simply because she wants to be a vampire. That's all she falls in love with him for. That is all she falls in love with him for. Oh. And I have to mention one scene from the first to last parts of the franchise. This is not something I normally would do, but I'm going to bring it up anyway. I am going to talk about the love scene in Breaking Dawn Part 1. This has got to be the worst. This has got to be the worst love scene I have ever witnessed put to film. I'm not even kidding. The way, okay. Basically, Edward and Bella get married, okay? They go on their honeymoon. And that is where the love scene starts. I will not go into detail because I want to keep it clean. But the way this love scene is shot, oh my goodness. The way this love scene is shot, all this love scene is just a bunch of quick cuts. It does not even focus on the characters to give itself a chance to breathe. All it is a bunch of quick cuts, and it is the worst love scene I have ever witnessed in my life. Oh my goodness gracious. This is the very first love scene I've come across that I have not liked. At least in the love scene in Titanic and The Fault in Our Stars, the way those love scenes were shot, it just focused on the characters and it showed that they loved each other. This love scene just brushes through. It just brushes through the whole thing. It does not focus on the characters for a minute. But enough about that. The point is, the Twilight Saga, I'm sorry, it's not even worth it. This is the worst romance franchise I have ever seen in my life. I, what am I talking about? I haven't even. I'm sorry. I I have not even seen this. This has to be the worst romance franchise I have ever heard of in my life. I cannot imagine how this was written and in the books. I will never read the books and I will never see the movies. This franchise is why I stick with Titanic. Titanic, that is the only romance movie I will ever see. It is a romance movie I grew up with, and I happen to adore Titanic. And I can honestly tell you that the male and female leads in that movie are 100% better than Edward Cullen and Bella Swan by a long shot. Now to get onto the big stuff here. What I am about to say in this video, I cannot tell you how angry I was when I first heard FilmFan0599 mention this at the end of his rant for Breaking Dawn Part 2. According to him, this movie franchise has made more money than all of the other great franchises combined, including Toy Story. I'm gonna repeat that. This franchise has made more money than Toy Story. I cannot believe the shock. I cannot tell you about the shock that came over me when he said that. The greatest animated franchise in cinema history and the Twilight saga has made more money than that franchise combined. I just don't understand it. I just do not understand it at all. I cannot tell you how furious this made me. It is just unbelievable. It is so unbelievable. I cannot even tell you. Bottom line, this just shows how insipid Twilight is. I cannot believe how anyone saw. I cannot believe how many people made this franchise so popular. It baffles me how this franchise is one of the most popular franchises, and yet it is the most terrible. I basically don't have anything more to say. If I did, I would just be knocking it out of the ballpark right now. So, there you go. the reasons why I will never see the Twilight franchise. I will probably do another rant or review sometime later on, but this is what I wanted to do right now. I have been wanting to do this video for a long time, I'm not gonna lie to you. I have been wanting to do this rant for a long time. So, this is my gift to you. Jesse670, signing out.